I'm Ryan, and this is Marsh. I quit my job in the city to become a part-time hermit and full-time hunting and fishing guide, living on 283 acres of wilderness surrounded by national forest in the Ouachita Mountains. The Ouachitas are a unique and ancient mountain range. They run east-west. That rare geography creates a diverse ecosystem, home to white-tailed deer, black bear, coyotes, turkeys, bobcats, and mountain lions. I started this journey in October of 2023 with a bare 20-foot shipping container. I moved in on day one with no grid and no backup plan. Over time, it slowly turned into a home, one small project at a time. It's nothing fancy, but it's mine, fully paid for, constantly improving as I find the time and money, and honestly, it's one of the things I'm most proud of. My goal is to manage this land for wildlife and build a small off-grid homestead where guests can come and experience real life hunting, fishing, and living wild in the Ouachitas.
So, made a decision. I had a couple of opportunities come up. And one of them's a ways out. One of them's right now. And I had a friend of mine call me and tell me that he had some work for me. So I decided I would go back to work. And so this week, I didn't really prepare a video because I didn't really anticipate I would have time to make a video this week. So it's Saturday. So I was hired by a company, and I won't really say their name, but their initials rhyme with Southern Industrial Contractors, and went to work for them this week. So drove down Wednesday, spent gas out of my pocket that I did not have, spent money out of my pocket to buy gas, buy a little breakfast biscuit and some drinks. Drove down to northern Louisiana. They're working on a meta site, which is like a data center. It's basically going to be Facebook's AI, and they're building this thing down in Delhi, Louisiana. And I went down there, went through orientation, spent the rest of the day getting acclimated, orientated with the company, where the office was, where we'd be working on site, the different projects we were doing on site, where I would be interacting on site. Just learning a general overview, like big scope picture, what all was going on this site. And I was going to be doing something that is kind of second nature to me. It's not something, I never done it on a big construction project, but I've done it on very large environmental projects. And it's, it's all like QA/QC work, following along behind the people that are doing the work and just, checking a percentage of their work to make sure that the quality is where it's supposed to be. Make the nuts are torqued and that type of stuff. We were going to be building bridges for the first phase of this project. So I got there, got orientated, got all through that entire day, spent the night in a hotel, slept in the city, which was really weird, man. I mean, I've been off grid for almost 8 months now, so it was weird just putting on blue jeans and pants to go out to load the truck, just getting ready to go. It was even weirder getting to a major city, and it's not a big city, it's just a city. There's a lot more people, and then going through orientation with a bunch of strangers. It was definitely a little bit of a shock culture. But I spent money getting down there. I spent money eating. I spent the night. I spent money coming back home, gas and food. And I get back home, and we're supposed to work yesterday morning, Friday morning. We were going to meet at my boss's house, and we were going to do some work. And so I got there, 6:30 in the morning. We sat down. We've been working all morning. We've running through some software. I'm downloading some stuff onto my computer. Just general stuff like that. And I don't know if my boss and the owner of the company got in a pissing match or what happened, but basically I was told to go home. I was told that I did not work there and I should go home. So I pretty much spent every dime I had left in my bank account and in my wallet to go to a place I didn't want to be, to work for a man that I don't know, and I didn't have anything in writing, which is my fault. But I left his house, came back to the mountain yesterday, and I've just been sitting here thinking about it. And I'm not mad at my friend and my boss. I'm mad at the owner. But there's no way to, it's no skin off his back. He's a multi-millionaire. He's worth a couple $100 million. In his mind, who is Ryan Hicks? He doesn't care who I am or what I'm going through. He doesn't care what I went through to get to the job site and work. But it's such a eye-opening experience to go back to the city. I interact with people very little here and realize, that the job shock is real, and that like being around people and having to work with people that could care less about me, having to work for people that could care less about me, my well-being. It's just a real eye-opening experience. I mean, it's nothing new to me, right? I've worked in a very competitive field for a very long time, 30 years, 25 years, and it's nothing new for me to see these things, but not the first day you're at work, right? Not the second day you're at work, to see, someone have total disregard for me as a new employee. But, lesson learned. I'm getting back up here and being able to collect my thoughts over the whole thing kind of, it reminds me of why I left in the first place. And, it makes me feel I was really looking forward to working very hard and being very disciplined and having that extreme focus on a piece of subject matter for a period of time. And I was looking forward to the chaos of being in that environment for a little while. And I don't regret trying to go back to work, but I'm not going to pretend that didn't set me back emotionally as far as going back to work. Like, you're getting pumped up, you're getting ready, you're ready to like put in some, 12, 14-hour days, and you get there and some man that doesn't even know you or doesn't care about you, never met this guy, never met him. But I'm sure y'all can gather what I think of him. But he lays me off. And lays me off because he's in a pissing match with another man that works for him, And so, I don't know what the pissing match was about. It wasn't about me. I was just, I was collateral damage. It was a way he could show that guy that he was in charge or something. It's really a measuring contest between two people, and I was just the byproduct of it. I don't regret trying, but it did hurt my feelings a little bit. So, you're anticipating that you're a week away from a paycheck. And now I'm back up here on the land. I'm back here. I'm at my cabin, and I'm contemplating, what I need to do. Do I need to continue to try to find another job? They did call me back yesterday afternoon, by the way, and say, "Oh no, we were just kidding. You can come back to work." But I mean, after you lay me off for nothing, I'm not going to do this every week. You know, I mean, if you're a piece of shit employer, then I don't have time for that. You know, he doesn't know me. He doesn't know what I'm going through. He doesn't know anything. But I do have bills to pay. So I've got a decision to make: either to try to continue to try to go back to work, or to continue and be off grid. And the decision to continue and be off grid means that I need to downsize. I do have a few bills. I don't own anything on this land or this cabin, but I do owe money on my guide boat, and the guide company also owns the Polaris and the boat, and my truck. My little pickup truck is, you know, it's several years old, but it'll be paid off pretty quickly. The boat is just almost paid off. But I have a decision to make. Whether to downsize, get rid of some stuff, and keep doing YouTube and just live off the land and be happy with that, or go back to work. And right now, my feelings are hurt, so it's kind of hard to even think about trying that again in the next week or two. But, you know, we'll see. Anyway, on the light side, I do have a package here. And I have a couple people that were supposed to send me things. And I don't know if this is any of those things, but I thought I would open this up and maybe see if this was one of those things. And it is. Super cool. This is very cool. Very cool. Alright. See if I can get this where y'all can see it a little better. Alright. This is the Ouachita camping fan. F11. I guess that's the model. And so this is a really cool fan. It's got like the packaging is really nice. They sent me this asking me if I would try it out and do a little video, so I guess let's just get right into it. I wonder if it's charged. If it comes charged. What? That's a pretty cool fan. Dude, this thing's pretty well made. I mean, it's not. It's got a little remote back here. Let's see. So this thing, it has some... let's see if I can remember what this said. As far as runtime, it seems like it was like 8 hours, but I don't know that for sure. Let's see if... oh yeah, it's 75% charged. Okay, there's 2 batteries. Oh no. Okay, so we got LEDs here. I think this LED is for what percent you're running your fan. Wow. That thing puts off a lot of air, actually. There's an oscillating button. Heck yeah. This would be up in my loft. This would be a really cool thing in my Tacoma when I go camping to have. That's super cool. So you got a light button, got a like a little knob for your fan. You got an oscillate button. Dude, you know where this would be cool? This would be really cool out in the outhouse and the shower area. Like a little bit of extra light while you're shaving. And the fan, you know, in the middle of summer, when you close the door, it's so hot in there. But man, that thing puts off, like there's full speed. And like I can feel that a good, dude, this would be so cool in the Tacoma during the summer camping when it's so hot. And you could really turn the, oh, it's got different degrees of oscillating. So this is the 120 degree. You know, I mean, this is cool for a lot of reasons. I don't understand what this is. A timer of some sort. Oh, it's a 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, 8 hour timer. That's off. And then you've got the batteries at 75%. Three light settings. Dude, I'm taking this thing. Next time I go camping in the Tacoma, this is definitely going. So, wow, I mean, I turn the oscillation off and I can move this however I want to. And so, let's turn this off. There's a cool little USB out, in and out, back here. So this is also a power pack, which means I should technically be able to take this cord and charge, you know, my phone or an accessory. Here's my microphone. Yeah, and it's charging my mics, my DJI mics. So that means it'll charge my iPhone. It'll charge everything. It's a pretty cool little deal. It would be really handy in the Tacoma, doing a little overlanding. And really, I see this thing being out in the shower house, the bathhouse, as well. I think they make a stand for it. Oh, and it's got this, that's really cool. There's a hook under here. So I reckon you can hang this up when you get to camp. There's little rubber feet on the bottom. These little non-skid feet. These are cool. I'm going to unhook that. So you got these really cool non-skid feet. Here's the hook. Take the hook. You hang this up at camp. Use it as a light source. Let's see. I don't think you can really see how effective that is. Let's get over here in the dark. So the light's super bright. That will make a great lantern. And you can turn that, you could hang that up high like this. You know? You could hang that and it would be a great light source at your campsite. But just having it like that, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it totally doesn't look very bright over here, but I think that's just the camera playing tricks. I do like the non-skid feet. It's just a first impression. I'm going to do another video later on about this. That makes just a really nice tabletop fan, you know? Like just sitting here in the morning having breakfast. And that's on low. We could turn this thing up. Oh, yeah. It's a lot of air. It clicked into the 30 and then the 60 degree. What's cool is in this container I can really feel, it's just because the fan's not hitting you directly, you can feel the air moving around in here, which is probably really good for the container. I do have a big fan up top, but I will definitely be charging this up and taking this on a camp trip. I think this is a cool battery backup kind of power source to have in my overland vehicle. So yeah, super cool. Lights, turn the light off. It's really, I don't know, let's turn that off. Turn that off, turn this down. I don't know how well it's made. Like this, I would be careful how I packed it, but everything else looks really well made. The buttons feel crisp. It does have a remote. I'm sure I've got to, oh yeah, here we go. Plus, and that's a lot of air. Let's see if I can turn the light on. You can control the light with the, yeah, I mean, it's a really cool, I love the non-slip feet. Like, I love non-slide. I like when people put rubber feet on things. You know, I have a bait bucket on my guide boat, and man, customers always get nervous, and they're like, you know, taking it and setting it in the back of the boat, and I'm like, no, just leave it up there by my seat. Because when you take up, the boat kind of takes off like that, and people, they're scared it's going to slide down the boat and hit somebody. But man, a good set of non-skid feet is really cool. This thing is pretty cool. I can't wait to try it out a little more. Try it out, you know, maybe on a camp trip this fall. I will probably do another video just talking about how much, just as far as a personal fan, like that thing feels so good just blowing on me. And it's not 78 outside, 74 inside. It's 80% humidity outside and 52% inside. So, like, there's really no need for a fan today. Today is one of the most mild days of the year as far as late summer goes. The last 3 days have been like that. But yeah, it's a cool fan. I'm going to try it out. I'm pretty sure I saw that they make a tripod for this, or it makes some sort of a stand. And I think that would be cool. The hook's cool. The hook feels pretty sturdy as long as it's folded away. But I don't know. For some reason, I think a tripod, being able to set it on a tripod would be good. It'd probably be a good way to knock it over and break it. But yeah, I mean, it feels good. It's definitely a very cool little gadget. I'm probably going to put it on charge, and I might try to go camping this week. I don't know. Take my mind off things. Yeah, Audrey. And they make several things. They make just a light. They make this fan, which is one of their newer products. Which I mean, this thing's pretty sweet. The packaging is really good. The box is really nice. Says it can run for 12 to 138 hours, depending on the speed and lighting. So wow, it could potentially on low, like right there, not oscillating and not using any light, it could run for 138 hours. It's really a pretty quiet fan. I like it. I can't wait to try it out. My next overland adventure. It's definitely something I'm going to throw in the truck until it cools off. Even after it cools off, even in the summertime or wintertime, the light fixture is going to be something that is just, that's super handy, especially when you take it and hang it upside down. That's going to be cool. Really, you could hang it up in my porta-john, in my outhouse, just like this. But you wouldn't be able to reach the controls when it was hanging like this. Yeah, but you could set it on the shelf and just turn the lights on when you come in. Like it. Really cool. Anyway, that's all I got for this week. Check out ogery.com. Let's go to their website so I give you the right website. Right, OGERY fan. Keep cool outdoors. That is ogery.com. OGERY.com. And I don't know. Let's see if I've got a... They said they were going to send me a code for 10% off. If they did send that, if I can find it, I'll put that in the description link down below. And check out Ogery. A light and a fan that you could set up in your camp would be well worth it. I can't imagine. I mean, you're probably going to buy one or both of those items. So there's one that does both of them at the same time is really cool. Anyway, I can't wait to check it out. I'm going to get a little more experience with it and make another video later on about it. And maybe they'll send me the one with the tripod. I like the one with the tripod. Let's see. I don't know what it does differently. It might be more expensive. Yeah, I think it's like $10. So it does. The tripod option is evidently, a little more expensive. But this is the black and orange. There's an orange. There's one with the orange face here. And it looks a little smaller. And then there's this one, which is the middle of the road. And then there's the one with the tripod, which was basically this one with this whole compartment turns long ways. All right. First product review. I guess the biggest lesson from all of this is sometimes you do everything right and it still goes sideways. I showed up, I tried, I shot my shot, and I don't regret that part. Going back into the real world, even just for a week, reminded me of a lot of things I'd forgotten. The constant buzz, the deadlines, the coffee in the hotel lobby. The feeling that you're just a name on a spreadsheet to people who you don't know you. I spent the last of my money to get a job I didn't ask for in a city I didn't want to be in for a man I've never met. And then just like that, I was told I don't work there. No warning, no explanation, no gas money home. But I'm not angry, not really. I'm disappointed, sure. Tired, heck yeah. But I still have my land. I still have marsh. I still have peace. And even if my bank account says otherwise, and honestly, I'd rather be broke out here with a clear conscience than stuck in some office pretending I belong. I've worked long enough to know this. People can promise a lot, but your time and energy are yours. You don't get a refund when somebody wastes them. I learned a lot this week about people, about work, about what I want, and what I'm not willing to trade anymore. So yeah, I came home tired, broke, and unemployed, but I also came home clear-headed. I don't have all the answers, but I do know where I'm not going. And I know This land still needs tending, the animals still need feeding, and the sun still rises out here just like it always does, quietly, without anyone's permission. And I'll keep showing up, one day at a time.